This week's US CQM Forecast Alert is the effect of July exports and imports on CQM and PCA forecasts. This week, we only updated BOP-based imports and exports for July. The exports and import statistics were revised back to January. As census-based imported and exported goods were updated in the previous week's CQM, there were no major revisions to NIPA exported and imported goods. Exported goods remained almost unchanged, while service export and imported goods and services showed some revision. As a result, nominal and real net export improved by 4 billion and 0.6 billion respectively. We revised the economic growth rate upward by 0.02% on the expenditure side due to the improvement in net export, and adjusted the economic growth rate downward by 0.05% on the income side because of the upward revision of the GDP price deflator. It's better to think of the economic growth rate in 2022 Q3 at around 1.58%, which is the average economic growth rate on both the expenditure and income sides. PCA uses real exports and imports as economic indicators to construct a principal component. The PCA revised the economic growth rate upward by 0.06% to 3.14%. PCA forecast economic growth rate somewhat higher than the CQM because the S&P 500 rose 6.3% in July. This is the PCA estimation result of real GDP on September 2nd. Due to the revision in trade statistics dating back to January, the coefficient for the four principal components have changed slightly in this week's PCA forecast. In addition, since real exports and imports in July were updated, PCA revised economic growth rate upward slightly. Conclusions from this week's CQM Forecast Alert. First, latent true economic growth rate in 2022 Q3 is around 1.6%. Second, one of the main reasons why the economic growth rate by PCA is somewhat higher than that by CQM is the S&P 500 rose by 6.3% in July. Third, in judging the economy, it is important whether the economic growth rate on the income side will catch up with that on the expenditure side or not. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast, the original developer of CQM, and CQM theory papers.